My name is Adi Vaxman. I grew up in Israel and moved to the States 27 years ago, and I live in New Jersey. My grandfather who raised me was an incredibly brave man who survived a year and a half in Auschwitz and saved dozens of children. When I was 16, he told me his story, one that shaped my identity to this day. During Passover in Auschwitz, he stole potato peels from the Nazi trash to celebrate the Passover Seder. When I asked him, puzzled, why he would risk death, he looked at me and said, "If I am not Jewish, I do not want to be." Those words were etched into my soul and have defined my core identity ever since. His conviction to maintain his Jewish identity, even in humanity's darkest place, guides everything I do today. On October 6th, my family and I sat in the living room to watch the news from Israel. At 11:30 at night, everything I thought I knew about my life changed. We watched in complete horror the first video of a white pickup truck filled with terrorists holding Kalashnikovs in the streets of Sderot. As I started to process what was happening, I reached out to my friend and colleague in Kfar Aza. We spent the next horrifying 26 hours barely breathing as she hid in her safe room, her children stuffed inside closets, while terrorists were shooting inside her house. She was finally evacuated 26 excruciating hours later. As the night progressed, our horror continued. My stepdaughter, who was serving in an IDF search and rescue unit at the Zikim base, finally called back around 2 a.m. Her voice and my heart were breaking as she slowly said, "Abba, all of my friends are dead."
What? Yeah.
She had switched weekends with another girl who took her assigned post that morning. The girl she switched shifts with was among the first to be murdered on that base. As the videos kept pouring in, one horrifying, heart-wrenching atrocity after another, my brother, a reserve commander of a tank battalion, was on his way to join the fighting. He has been fighting, and I haven't been breathing for 17 long months. Early Saturday morning, friends started calling whose kids were serving as lone soldiers in Israel. Kids who grew up with my kids, reporting a massive shortage of ceramic vests. Out of my immense pain and a terrifying sense of helplessness, I had to take action to simply survive. That Saturday evening, I reached out to a friend in the Ministry of Defense Economic Mission and asked which Israeli suppliers sell IDF-approved vests in Israel. At 1 a.m. that night, I called these suppliers and paid for their entire inventory of ceramic vests on my personal credit cards, having no idea how I was going to pay it off. It was $160,000.
Wow.
This is how Operation Israel was born. On Sunday afternoon, I was joined by Ro'i,
Say hi.
who I never met before, and Isabella, where are you? A doctor from my town. I know today that God put them on my path for a reason. On October 17th, Operation Israel received its 501c3 status. The next several months are a complete blur of sleepless nights and tens of thousands of messages. We set up a form and a system to process requests, but it exploded beyond belief. We received thousands of requests for equipment every day. In the first month, we raised nearly $5 million and shipped hundreds of pallets and suitcases of tactical and medical gear to the units. My house became a warehouse. My family members turned into an assembly line. We've raised nearly $10 million and equipped over 33,000 soldiers with almost 60,000 items by the end of 2024. I packed thousands of bags, carried them to the car and drove them to the airport. I hurt my back 100 times. I stubbed my toes 1,000 times. I cried 1,000,000 tears, and I cursed in 5 languages. Every single member of my family has carried, unpacked, packed, loaded, unloaded, counted, and shipped thousands of pounds of equipment. We've exchanged thousands of messages with soldiers about the battles they fight, the brothers they've lost, and the families they left behind. Our hearts break day after day for every fallen hero. Many of them we know personally and never get a chance to say goodbye. The events of the past few weeks, watching Hamas turn our hostages' return into a grotesque propaganda spectacle, seeing them force our hostages to participate in their twisted theater of cruelty, The horrifying murder of the Bibas family and the repulsive charade of their return forced me to confront a difficult truth. This isn't a temporary crisis. We are facing an existential threat from an enemy that celebrates our pain as their victory and will forever continue to do so. As we witness both moments of profound joy and crushing pain, I understand more clearly than ever that Jewish people will continue to live by the sword. This is not just another chapter in our story. It is our permanent reality. Yet, within this harsh truth, I found hope. From drone operations to combat simulators, from mental health support to tactical gear, we are building systems that will protect our defenders for generations to come. While our forces continue to face perilous conditions on multiple fronts, we continue to innovate and adapt. The initiatives we support show what's possible when we combine Israeli innovation with the agility to act quickly. While larger institutions move slowly through bureaucracy, we can implement life-saving solutions immediately. This past year and a half has changed me in ways I never could have imagined. The Adi who existed before October 7th is gone, and I will never be the same person again. We knew we were up against an evil enemy, but we didn't know what evil was. In times when joy and pain are so tightly intertwined, we are reminded why we must never stop fighting. This journey has taught me that healing isn't about returning to who we were, but about finding meaning in who we've become. Every life we save is a testament to our resilience as a people. It's a daily reminder that even in our darkest hour, we have the power to create light. I never saw myself as a military expert, and I never would have thought I'd be doing this at this rate and intensity for so long. But here we are, the soldiers need us, and we cannot let them down. Many of you are here tonight because you've experienced anti-Semitism and anti-Israel attacks across the world. I have too. When I walk through New York City streets wearing this dress, this necklace, I get spat at, yelled at, cursed at, and even physically attacked. It breaks my heart, but not my spirit. I will never hide who I am. All of us are here because we are Jewish, proud to be Jewish, and love to be Jewish. I know I am. Judaism is not just a religion. It is our core identity and a set of values and 4,000 years of history all rolled into one. If I want to continue wearing this dress on the streets without fear, if I want my children to go out there wearing their Jewish stars, if we want to continue to be Jewish anywhere and any way we choose, we must have a strong Israel, and we must have a strong IDF. Supporting the IDF is ensuring the state of Israel continues to exist. It's guaranteeing we all have the freedom to be Jewish everywhere. I choose to support the IDF as my way of beating the darkness. Through Operation Israel, we create light where others try to extinguish it. I share my story as a testament to our collective strength. Each of us has been affected by October 7th in deeply transformative ways. We all carry scars that may never fully heal, but we also carry the power to turn darkness into light. We need your powerful voices echoing our message on social media. We need your energy organizing fundraisers in your schools and communities. We need your commitment to act every single day to ensure we can all be Jewish, loud and proud, without fear or hesitation. The road ahead is long, but we are not afraid of long journeys. We are the people who wandered 40 years in the desert and survived 2,000 years of exile. We will face this challenge as we have faced all others, with determination, with innovation, and with an unshakable faith in the resilience of our people. I'm calling on you to stand with Israel, to remain united in our mission to carry forward the miracle that we have been for 4,000 years. Let's turn the darkness into light. Am Yisrael Echad! Thank you.